Hello everyone, it's Cece, and I am getting ready to do a haul quite soon on products that I'm repurchasing, products that are staples in my stash. But that brought me to the realization that I would also like to do a video, and this one will probably be up before that one, that will show you products that I use every day. And I have this little basket that's right here, right in front of me, and these are, products, not all of them, but products that I definitely use every day, and we're going to go through this and see what they are. So first off is from It Cosmetics. This is the It's Your Beauty award-winning must-haves palette, and out of this I use the Vitality Matte Bronzer every day. They had a Vitality disc that was round that had a blusher and a highlight in it. My blusher and highlight broke. No, something broke. I think the bronzer broke, which I used every day. So I had to, kind of get rid of that. But I used the Bye Bye Pores powder out of here all the way down, and I use this bronzer every day. I swear to you, I have been using this bronzer every day for 2 years. And if you look at the blush, which is rarely used, a little bit in the summer, maybe you can see that it's gone down. I don't really know. This cream highlighter, although it's pretty, it's really dry. I think you can see that. Really dry. So I don't use that very often. But that bronzer, I think it's a really great shade for me. It really just is. I'm gonna work a little bit into my hairline here. I'm very fair-skinned, and this has got a bit of a red-orange tinge to it, and I really think that works well for me. I like it. I like it better than something that's just a plain flat brown, which, here's another product. I keep this out simply just to remind me to use it, but like a bronzer like this, which is more on the brown shade, I will use it, but I always like when I use the It Cosmetics that's out a more red-brown shade. So some of these products are in here for reminders, and some are every day. Another reminder, the other Hourglass palette from this year. I use these products quite often. I love the blushes in here. And, these powders are something I use every day, but I use them in this form, in this palette, and I think you can definitely tell I use these. So this bronzer shade, well, for me it's a bronzer shade. It is Dim Light. I use that right over my bronzer just to add a slight glow. And then this shade, which is Radiant Light, I use in the middle of my face and just kind of blend it all together. And this shade, which is Incandescent Light, it's funny, in my last palette, because this is my second one, this was the shade that went first. And this was the shade that went last. So I'm not sure, why, but I definitely use this palette every day, no matter what. And then over here I have several blushes, and these are kind of like the blushes of the season, which I'm, just trying to get through and use. So I do keep these in here in my everyday basket, just for that case. Also in here is Diffuse Light, which I can use under my eyes. It's a little more red, yellowish. And just, it can go all over too. And it's got a big dip in it too, but I don't use it as much every day. Here's a neat product that I keep in here just in case. And it's from Christopher Buckle, and he's on QVC. And doesn't really have a name on it, but the one side is a liquid liner, and it's a felt tip. And I have, tough time keeping control of that. It's not my favorite product, but it has really kept juicy. And if there's anything that I need to touch up, I keep this eraser side in there just for that. And we'll show you. It's got a little makeup eraser in there, and really works well for that. So that's something I keep in there just in case. And of course, Q-tips. If you want to know, that is definite. Keep Q-tips around. Alright, and my everyday eyebrow pencil is this one from Stroke of Beauty. I think I've mentioned this quite a few times already, but I love this. It's got that great slanted tip shade. It's in taupe. That's what I have left of it, and it does come in a duo. On the Evine channel, like QVC, but a competitor. And the owner of this company is Holly Mordini, and she owns it with like one of the Factor brothers that started Smashbox. And this is the only product I have from this line, but I think one of the reasons I like it so much is I don't think you can even tell anymore. There's actually 2 colors in here. I think they're kind of blended together. I'm not sure. I can't even see it, but there's 2 colors in this stick. One on this side and one on this side, and it's supposed to give you the artist look to your brows. But I think it ends up being the perfect color is what it ends up being. Another product I use every day when I start my makeup, and it's what I'm wearing right now, is I always have one of these. This is a Philosophy Lip Shine. This one is in Caramel Apple. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. Smells, taste, whatever. So I always have this one down here for, as I'm applying my makeup, just for a little bit of moistness to my lips. I always have one in the car. And this one has a bit of color to it. But as I'm driving or when I get in the car, I always put this on before my lipstick. So I put this one on, I go where I'm going. Before I get out of the car, I put my lipstick on. My lipstick is in my purse. But I always have one of these. And I've been using this, oh my gosh, my girls were little. Probably 15 years, 16 years, something like that. And I just love these. I have a lot of them that I, need to go through. I also have one in the bathroom. I don't remember to use it in the house as much, but I like something on my lips. Also in here is the Becca Under Eye Corrector, brightening corrector, so I remember to use it. An eyebrow gel. This one is a sample from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it just works well. Just something to kind of set things in place when I want them to. Another product I'm sure you've seen me use before, and we'll go through 2 of these at the same time, is the Laura Geller Baked French Vanilla Highlighter. And I definitely use this as my underbrow highlighter every single day. I don't really use the cream shadows in the palette because this offers such a, no way will you see it on my skin, but such a satin finish that I really love and appreciate, that's the only thing I want to use under my eyes. It's just satiny. It's not too flat, which sometimes too flat can actually make your make your under eyes, look not as great. I keep a little puff in here just in case. This one's from It Cosmetics, but I think it's nice just to press things in sometimes. In fact, I'm using a foundation that I like, but isn't one of my favorites today. And sometimes I feel like, a little bit of blotting does not hurt that. Oh, something else I'm not using as much, but I want to show you how it's used, is this Josie Maran Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balm. So, I don't know if you can see it in there. It has a little bit of an iridescence to it. I don't know if I can get that to show. Maybe you can see a little bit of that. But there's a couple products like this that are out, and one is the Mally Poreless something, and it's in a pink compact with a sponge, and Philosophy has one in a stick, and I like both of those. This is just kind of what I have right now. But you just pat it on your skin, and it's gonna help control oil, kind of finish the face. I definitely use these after powder, and just, you know, help with oil control and things setting and staying, and, you know, a touch-up instead of a powder is basically what it is. And I do have a whoops, I gotta bend down here for a second. I do have a well, I forgot what I was gonna say, so forget that. Oh, I have a little spot in my forehead. I upped my Retin-A usage, so I have a little bit of a dry spot there. This is also something I like to use under my eyes, and this is the Highbrow from Benefit, and it's just kind of a bigger highlight than the French Vanilla, and sometimes I use them both together. For summertime, a little bit of a liquid bronzer and do the Hoola, and if I want to add just like a drop to my foundation of a pearly finish, you know, a glowy finish. Whoops, nothing's coming out of there at this moment. This one's from Josie Maran, and it's, you know, just a little sample size. And from Laura Mercier, one of their caviar sticks in rose gold. This makes a nice base for eyeshadow as well, so that's something I like to use often. I also have the Becca, because I found out how great this was, Opal Poured Shimmering Skin Perfector, and I love how this looks on my skin. Love it probably even more than the powders. And then just a little bit, I have this in here for this. I also will use this under my eyes just for a little brightening cream. And I definitely always use a cream brow product as well every day. And I think that is it. But I wanted to share these because these are some products that, you know, I may not talk about all the time, but I use often, every day kind of thing on my face. I really use these products every day, and I wanted to share them with you, show you what I keep right in front of me. And another one of those is going to be this Tarte Maracuja oil. And this is totally after all my skincare, but before my primer. I'll just add a drop or two, very small, to my hand, and then kind of as an extra layer of moisture or hydration before my primer. And I think that works really well. And another product I use every single day is the Beauty Blender. And I love the little trick for under the eyes. So, if you have any questions about any of these products, let me know. Please, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and you'll be seeing a haul of products that I use often and that I just love and that I repurchased as well. So thank you for joining me. Please subscribe and comment below because I love those conversations below. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining me.